What if I told you that the greatest mystery of human existence isn't the stars above or the galaxies stretching endlessly across the universe, but the universe inside your own mind? What if the most forbidden truth of all is that consciousness, the simple awareness of being alive, of being you, cannot be explained by science, by religion, or by philosophy as we know them? We have mapped galaxies billions of light years away. We have split atoms, built machines that can land on distant planets, even begun to edit the code of life itself. Yet the thing closest to us, the thing we live with every second of every day, remains the most unsolved riddle of all. We can measure brain waves, track neural circuits, and watch electrical signals racing across networks of neurons. We can even predict with some accuracy what part of the brain lights up when you feel joy, fear, or anger. But none of this answers the simplest, most terrifying question. Why is there someone in there experiencing all of it? Why does a lump of gray matter produce the redness of a rose, the sound of laughter, or the pain of heartbreak? Why is there a you behind your eyes instead of empty biological machinery? Philosophers call this the hard problem of consciousness. And it is so unsettling, so disruptive, that many scientists choose to ignore it. They focus instead on the so-called easy problems: how memories form, how neurons connect, how behavior emerges. But the hard problem remains untouched because the answers don't just challenge neuroscience. They challenge our entire understanding of reality. Think of this. When you see a rose, light enters your eyes, bounces off the retina, sends signals through the optic nerve, and activates brain cells. Science can describe this process in extraordinary detail. But nowhere in this description is the redness of red. That experience, what philosophers call qualia, remains invisible to measurement. Some scientists, unable to resolve this gap, argue that consciousness must be an illusion. But here is the paradox. If consciousness is an illusion, then who or what is experiencing that illusion? Even to deny consciousness, you must first be conscious. Here lies the forbidden truth. What if consciousness does not come from the brain at all? What if the brain is not the generator of awareness, but the receiver? Imagine a radio. When you turn the dial, music fills the room. If you smash the radio, the music stops. But does that mean the radio created the music? Of course not. It was tuning into a signal already present. Some philosophers and neuroscientists now wonder if the brain is like that radio, filtering and receiving consciousness from somewhere deeper, somewhere fundamental. Destroy the brain and the signal stops coming through, but the signal itself might still exist. If this is true, then what you call you is not confined to your body. You are part of something timeless, connected to the very fabric of existence. This idea may sound radical, but it is not new. Ancient traditions whispered it for centuries. Vedantic philosophy in India taught that consciousness is the foundation of reality and everything else emerges from it. Buddhist teachings describe awareness as the ultimate truth beyond illusion. Christian mystics spoke of the divine spark, the light of awareness that transcends the body. Modern science is now stumbling toward the same conclusion. Quantum physics has revealed that particles do not exist in definite states until they are observed. Reality itself appears to depend on consciousness. Max Planck, father of quantum theory, once declared, "I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness." Nobel laureate Erwin Schrodinger said, "Consciousness is a singular of which the plural is unknown." These are not fringe ideas. They are the beginnings of a revolution. So why is this truth considered forbidden? Because it threatens the worldview on which our society is built. From the moment we are born, we are told that matter is primary and consciousness is secondary. That you are just a brain, just a body, just another consumer in a machine. This worldview keeps us predictable, easy to control, and trapped in the illusion that our awareness is an accident of biology. But if consciousness is fundamental, then you are not just your job, your history, or even your body. You are awareness itself, something that cannot be reduced, measured, or confined. And for systems built on control, that realization is dangerous. Evidence continues to surface. Near-death experiences show people reporting vivid awareness even when their brain activity has flatlined. Psychedelic research demonstrates that simple chemicals can radically expand consciousness into states far beyond what ordinary brain function suggests. Dreams, déjà vu, and synchronicities whisper that our awareness is not limited to neurons, but somehow entangled with the universe itself. The forbidden truth is not just that science cannot explain consciousness. The truth is that consciousness might be the very ground from which science itself arises. Without consciousness, there would be no observation, no experiment, no knowledge at all. This is true, then who are you really? You are not your thoughts because thoughts come and go. You are not your emotions because they rise and fade. You are not even your body because it is constantly changing cell by cell. You are the awareness behind it all, the silent witness that has been present from your earliest memory until this very moment. That awareness has never left. It is the stage upon which the drama of your life unfolds. But here is the tragedy. Most of us forget this. We surrender our consciousness to distractions, to noise, to the endless scroll of algorithms designed to hijack our awareness. Social media thrives on keeping you reactive instead of reflective. Politicians rise to power when people stop thinking for themselves. Corporations profit when you identify yourself with what you buy rather than with who you are. The greatest danger is not ignorance. It is forgetting that the core of who you are cannot be reduced to data, sold as information, or explained away by biology. So ask yourself, who are you when you strip away your job, your history, your memories, and even your name? Who are you when all the labels fall away? If consciousness is not inside you but you are inside consciousness, then what does that make you? This is not just a theory to debate in classrooms. It is something you can test right now. Close your eyes. Watch your thoughts come and go. Feelings rise and fall. Sensations appear and disappear. But notice the awareness that observes them. That awareness does not change. That awareness is you. The forbidden truth about consciousness is not that you are small, meaningless, or insignificant in a vast, indifferent universe. The forbidden truth is that you are the universe, aware of itself. You are not a byproduct of matter. You are the mystery from which matter itself emerges. And once you see this, you can never unsee it. So the question is not whether consciousness exists, but whether you will wake up to what it really is. Because if you do, everything changes. Death itself begins to look different. Life takes on a deeper meaning. The boundaries between you and the world blur. You realize that you are not simply in the universe is in you. What if the truth you were never supposed to know is that you are far more than you ever imagined? And what if realizing this is not the end of your search, but the beginning of waking up?